New this morning, the Portland Police Bureau is warning of a potentially dangerous batch of drugs circulating on the streets right now.
This news comes after 8 people died from possible overdoses over the weekend. Police say their deaths show a concerning pattern. Let's get to Fox 12's Amal El-Hel live in downtown Portland with a breakdown of what police are revealing about this. Amal, good morning.
Good morning. Well, within just the last 3 days, police say 8 people have died from possible overdoses, and that concerning pattern you mentioned comes from evidence that shows the person thought they were ingesting cocaine, but really they were ingesting cocaine mixed with fentanyl, and in some cases, possibly just pure fentanyl. Now, this discovery comes this morning as Portland police are trying to warn the community that there may be a batch of laced and dangerous cocaine circulating the street. This map you're looking at now shows where the suspected overdoses took place, and as you can see, it's happening in all corners of the city. This taking place from Friday morning into last night. Of the known victims, their ages range from 37 years old to 69 years old. Investigators say 6 of the 8 overdoses are likely fentanyl related, and the other 2 are pending additional investigations, which are being led by the medical examiner's office along with the Portland Police Narcotics and Organized Crime Unit. All 8 investigations are ongoing, and if you have any information that could be of use to investigators, you are asked to contact Portland Police. Reporting live, I'm Good day, Oregon.